Hi, Swamiji. First, I want to say thank you for all you've done for me and humanity. My first question is, this universe as being a universe of creation, and I understand the astral...
I should add a word. It is not only creation, it is expansion.
Okay.
Please understand, universe is constantly expanding. And it is going to get expanded. There is no destruction, there is no end. There are some things which has only beginning, no end. That is universe. The change, you call it as the end, but there is no end. If you demolish a house and rebuild a new house, you call that as the end of the old house, but there is no end. Rejuvenation you call as end. Samhara means not end in Sanskrit, digestion. Digestion into auspiciousness is samhara. You translate samhara in wrongly in English as a destruction or end. No. Samharana means digestion into auspiciousness.
Thank you. So I was wondering if there are any other universes that have
Yes.
So what
there are 242.
Can you give examples of what their concept would be?
And I should say, all the 242 have a living beings. All of them function with a different logic. But only one concept is a common thread, the spindle, common spindle for all the 242. That is oneness. If you start practicing that oneness here, that currency will be useful for you if you go to any of these 242. Any of these 242. So that is the cosmic currency. The amount of time and energy you put to practice oneness and manifest extraordinary powers is the only time you earned right currency in your life. All other time you made matrix currency, which you will leave to the people who are waiting for your death. Which you will leave it to the people who are waiting for your death. And that is why I tell you, let cosmic currency building be the first priority. I am not saying don't build the matrix currency. If you start building the cosmic currency, you will have the intelligence to build both. You will have intelligence to build both. Priority. Take up and start thinking how constantly I can build cosmic currency. Oneness means more and more and more cognition, recognition. Recognizing the oneness adds to joy, oneness adds to completion, oneness adds to celebration. Not belief. Not adding faith to your being, adding cognitions to your being, adding decisions to your being. See, being in oneness, I am more joyful. Being in oneness, I am more productive. Being in oneness, I am more complete. Being in oneness, more good things are happening to me. Understanding and more evidence collection for this truth, and more decisions made towards this truth and from this truth is what is the essence of life. Not believing oneness leads to good, not being faithful, no. Understand? Not having faith, oneness gives good thing. No. Not believing or not having faith, but building cognition. Understanding based strength. All of you are getting it? How every time oneness adds to your strength, adds to your joy, adds to your everything you need in life, in your relationships, in your health, in your business, in your creativity, in your strength to face the life, in your powerfulness to break into the situations. Tolerance is not powerfulness. Making the enemy intolerable is powerfulness. Your tolerance will be so strong, he will not be able to tolerate it. That is powerfulness. Your tolerance will be so strong, he will not be able to tolerate it. That is powerfulness.
Can I ask another question?
Yes, go ahead.
I think you might have already answered my next question, but I understand how you feel about psychiatry and antidepressants, but how about psychology?
Spend little time on Agama and my commentaries on Upanishads. You will understand the original psychological truths. Go to the source. I have spoken on 25 states of consciousness, even in last Sadashivoham. It's all already available in the YouTube. Go to those satsangs and discourses. You will get to the depth of psychology. Understand? The whole psychology is a very skin level understandings.
Thank you.
Learn about the mind from the man who made mind, not the human beings who analyzed mind. Learn from Sadashiva who made mind.
Swamiji,
Producer's guide. Producers, what producer released as a owner's manual. Not what analyzers released as a research paper. Research papers can always go wrong. The owner's manual released by the producers cannot go wrong. Agamas are the owner's manual, produced by producer, released by producer. Yes, go ahead.
so I think probably all of us are here because at some level we seek enlightenment. And I think this has been a spiritual quest for so many forever. And yet at the same time, I think that I and maybe many others don't really understand what enlightenment is.
Yes.
I would love to have you share what is enlightenment? What's it like to be enlightened? How's life different? Do you sleep? Do you, like how is life different once you're enlightened? Do you drift back? And ultimately, in understanding what enlightenment is and how you define it, how you experience it day to day, what are some practical steps we can take to make sure that it doesn't take lifetimes and lifetimes for us to reach that?
Two things. Please be seated. You can be seated. I'll describe enlightenment. All of you know 3 states of consciousness. Waking state. Now, most of you are in. Whoever laughed are in that. If you have not, then be very clear you are not in that state. Means you have not caught the thread. Waking state. Then dream state. Then deep sleep state. Just like these 3 states, there are other 2 which is not experienced in every man's day-to-day life. Turiya, restful awareness, and Turyatita, alive. Experiencing that alive state at least once is Satori. Establishing yourself into that is Samadhi, enlightenment. Once you open your eyes, is there a possibility you can go blind again? No. Unless there is an accident. Forget about that. Normally, once you open your eyes, how the things which are lit to you once for all. Same way, once you taste that state, the things which changed in you changed once for all. The next thing you asked, what is the practical way to get it to that state? Shaktipada is the best to push you to the Turyatita state. Continuously when you are here, that is what I am doing. To push you into Shaktipada, Turyatita. From that state only all these powers manifest. Understand? Even these powers manifest from that state only. All the goodies I give you are from that state. From that state only everything manifests. And after going back from the program, only one thing, nothing else is required, just one thing. Keep the routine of morning satsang. Whether it is live or alive, don't miss satsang, that one is enough. The Shaktipada will continue to grow and manifest powers. Manifest powers more and more and more. Nothing else is required. All I am asking you is just 40 minutes of your day. That is enough. But it should be visual and audio, both. You should see and hear. Because 90% of my teaching is in body language, my drama, and my expression. Understand? 90% is in my body language. So do not miss satsang. That's all. That's enough. The Shaktipada is enough to keep the ball rolling and lead you to establish on Turyatita permanently.
Just out of curiosity, how many enlightened beings are there on the planet?
I should say, how many bodies are being used by enlightened consciousness? It is actually not even restricted to this planet Earth. For example, this form is available in at least some 40 universes. This form is being used at this time, at least 40 universes. Of course, little going above the head. But I can only say one thing, that with all my integrity I am making this statement. Like this, when these enlightened beings are used in multiple levels, in multiple places, I should say on the planet Earth at least 10,000 beings are available.